This is weird. It's weird to be in front of the camera again, just because it's been so long. And first and foremost, like I did before I took the other hiatus that I took, I just want to apologize for a lack of these videos. But one reason that I stopped is because I noticed a trend, and everybody is doing vlogs, and I wanted to do something different, and it took me a long time to figure out what that was. So I stopped using this for a while, and I wasn't sure what to do. And to be honest, I kind of lost the motivation to do anything with this camera, which really sucks because I wanted to use it, but I wasn't sure what to do with it. When in reality, I should have been documenting the whole time, but I didn't want to do a vlog. I didn't want to do anything like that. So I decided that when an opportunity presented itself, I would take advantage, and I want this to be not a vlog. This opportunity that has presented itself to me, it's something I've waited basically a decade for, and it deserves a video like this. Obviously, like with every other video, there's going to be points where there are cuts, there's edits, but I want this video to be, at least the talking part, as unedited and as pure and real as it possibly can be, because I feel like that's what you deserve. You deserve to hear my story up to Anaheim and why this is so important to me. When I started in this business in January of 2010, my ultimate goal, as is almost anyone else that I know when they start, is ultimately to go to the WWE, to be at the top of the WWE, at the top of the mountain. And as things go on, some things might change. Some mindsets and mentalities kind of change. But over the years, since 2010, I've done more than realistically I thought that I ever would in this almost 10-year career that I've had. I've been at Ring of Honor. I've done stuff, obviously, for New Japan. I've done stuff for the WWE. I've been on their programming, I think, 4 or 5 times. It's crazy to look back and to think about what I've done. And despite the multiple people that I've wrestled, guys that I've looked up to, guys that I aspire to be like, guys that I watched on TV that I grew up idolizing, are guys that I have shared the ring with, and it's humbling to look back. But before I get into what's going on, I don't want anyone to look at this video and think that I am not appreciative of all of the opportunities that I've gotten at all these different places, because every single place that I've gone has been amazing. Every one of these main stages that I've gone and been a part of and had an opportunity at, it's been nothing short of unbelievable. A dream come true, if you will. But I made a decision last year around March, and I still think to this day that it was one of the, if not the most important decision that I've made in a very long time. And that decision was to go to the New Japan Pro Wrestling Los Angeles dojo and learn under Katsuyori Shibata. Now, me saying that does not mean that I am a part of that dojo. Over the year, I would get to know Shibata-san, I would get to know the Young Lions, Carl Fredericks, Alex Coughlin, Clark Connors, at the time Buddy Royal, and getting to know all these guys and going through some of the most rigorous training with them and other camp trainees, it made me a better person. It made me a better wrestler, but most importantly, it made me a better person. And it showed me my limits, my mental and physical limits, and that I could push past those. And anywhere else that I had gone, I hadn't done that. It felt right. It felt like a home. And over that year, from 2018 to now, I would almost become kind of like a bit of their family, because I would be invited to stay with them, to eat with them. Just so many things came up, and it got to a point to where I was like, okay, what's next? What do I have to do now? Where do we go from here? And for a bit, it wasn't that I wasn't appreciative, but it was just, I had trained so long at these TV style places in the deep south in Texas, Louisiana, just traveling around the United States, that I wanted something more. And not to say that these opportunities, other places, weren't something more, but this felt like home. And I wanted to be here. I wanted to be a part of this dojo, to be a part of this culture, just to learn as much as I could under the tree of Katsuri Shibata-san. And for a while, I got disheartened because, and it wasn't that I wasn't happy for these guys, because they deserve every bit of what they've got. But it was just, I didn't know what else I could do. Like how much more I could prove myself. Because some of the guys were like, look, we want you here. And to me, that's inspiring, and it felt great, but at the same time, I'm still not there. But eventually, I had to bite the bullet, and I had to send a very important text message straight to Shibata and ask him what I have to do. And eventually, it culminated in a tryout. This past September at the LA Dojo. And after that, I had a very important conversation with somebody, and I asked them, I said, what do I have to do? Just like I had every other time, like, what do I have to do? And this person told me, I think that you need to get in the best shape of your life, and you need to show up in Anaheim, California at the Chara Expo on December 7th and 8th, and we'll see what you got, and you will have your New Japan Pro Wrestling debut, and we'll go from there. I couldn't put into words what it felt like when I heard that, because it took everything that I had to not break down. Because I had worked so hard for that year. And you got to understand that for a long time in this business, I didn't know what my home would be. I didn't know where I would end up, but this place felt right. And I knew that this tryout, I went in with the mentality of, make me or break me. There was a part of me that said that if something didn't come out of the tryout, that I would probably not wrestle much longer. I mean, it was that important to me. And the fact that I went in and they saw enough to give me a chance, it's coming up soon. It means a lot. And at that point I knew, I was like, okay, full steam ahead. This is it. So everything has led to this. The training when I started with Cody Knight. Some of you guys that watch this may remember Cody Knight. I started with Cody Knight, then Killer Tim Brooks, Johnny Mantell, Steve Anthony took me under his wing, and then eventually The Road would become my trainer, my learning zone. Over those 10 years, I would do some cool things, and I would watch some guys less experienced than me do some really cool things too, and that's fine. There's room for all of us, but I feel like we all have a place, and I think that I found my place. And you know what? If it's not my place, it's not my place. But right now it is. I fully plan on taking full advantage of this, because I feel like I might have a home now. So this is my short documentary, not my whole history, but this is a small documentary of my road to Anaheim.
Jay, get off of me.
So as you've seen some clips of it, I have a full-blown training facility now. I know that I talked about it before, but the training facility is completely functional. It's basically a full-blown gym. It's to the point now where I don't even really need a true gym membership anymore. Like I have everything that I need in there, and I get some of the best results of my career just out of having to walk literally off of my couch, walk through a door, and there's my facility. And I'm beyond blessed to have such access to all these things. And that's what helps motivate me too, is the fact that it's right there. It's all right there. What excuse would I have to not be better every single day? I have no excuse. And that helps motivate me, and that helps drive me. And I've noticed that incorporating the training style from the LA dojo, I've become a better performer overall, just in better health. Just completely changed my mindset on training. And also, I want to point out that I don't want to discredit any companies that I've wrestled for, because the companies that I've wrestled for, you know, like the smaller indie wrestling shows, they are what made 50 caliber Barrett Brown. They're what made me. Besides the LA dojo, the foundation for Barrett Brown was made in Texas professional wrestling. I just hope that, you know, all the people that, and I've heard this for at least the last 5 years, from all these different people at all these different companies, they say, you know what, Barrett, it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time until you're on the grander stage. And I mean, I'm still here. I'm still here, but you know what? I think that maybe this is it. Maybe this is it, and maybe it's not. And if it's not, that's fine. We will keep striving. We will keep grinding. We'll keep working hard. We'll work even harder. But I was made. I was made here. I was made on the Indies. I was made in Texas independent professional wrestling. It helped me go overseas for two small European tours. It's helped me do some amazing things. And I have nothing but gratitude. I have nothing but gratitude. And kudos to everybody else coming up. Kudos to all these guys that are getting all these opportunities. Kudos to all you guys. You know, there's a lot of guys out there that I could name off that I think have a bright future. Have a very bright future in this business. I mean, prime example, Gino. Gino's already signed to MLW. Gino's one of the best around right now. I'm sure Will Allday will get picked up at some point. If I had to pick one guy that I have seen that is just uncanny good for the amount of time that he's been in the business, Cade Carson is going to be a star. I'm just going to put that out there. Cade Carson is going to be a star. But there are so many guys in Texas right now. If I had to single out any state, in Texas there are so many young guys that are just hungry. They are just so hungry. And I want to also, on that note, point out that there's a lot of guys as well that feel like they've gotten complacent. There's a lot of guys that feel like they've hit a rut. And I'm guilty of that too. A lot of the time, I will see these guys do really cool things, and even though I'm appreciative, I'm like, man, like they're going to pass me up. And I feel like that's a natural response. And it's not that I'm not happy for them, but it burns that fire even more of like, okay, you know, I have to make something happen. Like I've heard for, you know, half my career that it's my time. So maybe it finally is. And maybe it's not. But no matter what happens, I feel like as long as I stay true to myself and my morals and my goals, that I'll be happy. So really quick, let's take a stroll down memory lane. And let's look at some of the shows that has led me up to this point. So here is a highlight video of myself, 50 caliber Barrett Brown, and what has led me up to this point, just days away from my opportunity at Anaheim.
Take it all back, a little closer than I needed. I'm so scared that I might be here alone. Take it all back, now, to the places I tried leaving. Every map I follow leads to the unknown. I should know, but I'm scared I'm right. Bending break to see through the lines, afraid to frame my life. I should know, but I'm scared I'm right. Bending break to see through the lines is easier than saying goodbye. Why do I still feel so lost? Why do I still seem out of place? Everyone's out of focus, everything blurry looks the same. Why do I still feel so lost? I feel so far away. Why do I still feel so lost? Everything blurry looks the same. Why do I? When I look back, I never seem to see things clearly. I'm busy, yeah, I'm spun out of control. 'Cause when I look back now, to the lie I keep repeating, I'm so scared that I believe it. I'm so scared that I believe it. Why do I still feel so lost? Why do I still seem out of place? Everyone's out of focus, everything blurry looks the same. Why do I still feel so lost? I feel so far away. Why do I still feel so lost? Everything blurry looks the same. I should know, but I'm scared I'm right. Bending break to see through the lies is easier than saying goodbye. Why do I still feel so lost? Why do I still seem out of place? Everyone's out of focus, everything blurry looks the same. Why do I still feel so lost? I feel so far away. Why do I still feel so lost? Everything blurry looks the same. Why do I?
If I had to end this with just a few words, I would say that I am, before anything else, blessed. I'm humbled, I'm honored, and I'm grateful for everything and everybody that I have come into contact with in this crazy, beautiful business. Over the last couple of years, there's been people that have looked up to me as like some kind of a beacon of knowledge, which is still weird to me because I still don't think that I deserve that. Even though looking back, I do know quite a bit about this business now, and I'm at a point where I can actually help some people out. But it still feels so surreal to me, and that stuff, along with the guys that are pushing so hard, along with the guys that, whoever, disagrees with whatever I do, that, you have your naysayers, and those motivate me just as well. And then you've got guys that are, my veterans. You've got guys that push me to be better, and they push me just as hard. I just want to take every bit of this and soak it in and use it. Use it as fire. Just fuel that fire, and let's go in. Let's go into Anaheim, California, full steam ahead. Let's make this happen. Let's show them that I belong. And I think that as long as I keep this mentality, as long as I stay true to myself, being myself is what got me here. I've always believed that my morals have gotten me where I'm at, and I can't change those for anything. I've seen a few guys that have gotten an inflated ego because of what they've done, but I refuse to do that because why would I change what's got me here? I've always tried to do the right thing and be right by people, and that's not going to change, and it will never change. Just like I started this video, I want to again apologize for the lack of content. But I wanted to be sure that whatever came out next was right, and this feels right. And this feels like a new beginning. So, I hope and pray that you guys are on this journey with me, because I think that this is going to be something special. So, as this road to Anaheim comes to a close, I just want to say that to every single person that watches this video, thank you. Thank you for your support. If you're a naysayer, thank you for your negativity. It pushes me just as hard. I'm grateful for every single person. And I know that some people may think this is out of character for me, which is fine because this is real, this is raw. I want this to be as raw as possible because this is genuinely me. This is genuinely James Barrett Brown. But I'm grateful. So thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for being on this ride with me. And I hope to catch up with you again soon after the Anaheim trip. Hopefully I have great news. If I don't, that's fine. But we are in this for the long haul, as always. And I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you.